He said it like a punchline. My marriage? Please. I doubt this joke will survive another year. She's nowhere near my level. Laughter followed. Loud. Male. Ugly. I stood in the doorway, wine glass steady in my hand. The room smelled like bourbon and arrogance. He didn't notice me, not until his friends did. Their smirks faltered. I smiled. Why wait a year? I said softly. Let's end it today. The silence that followed was almost sweet. I placed the ring on the coffee table, right beside the half-empty bottle of Glenfiddich, and walked out. He didn't follow. That night his best friend messaged me. You didn't deserve that. He's been an ass for months. Want to talk? My breath caught, not because of the words, but because I'd been waiting for them. We'd met 7 years ago at a corporate fundraiser. He was charming, all confidence in tailored suits. I was quiet, newly promoted, proud of what I'd earned. He liked that, said I was different. Different, I learned later, meant someone to control. He didn't start cruel. Cruelty takes time. It's built, layer by layer, behind compliments that sound like commands, behind smiles that hide warnings. By the 3rd year, I wasn't sure if I was his wife or his audience. He'd talk over me in public, correct me mid-sentence, make jokes that left me laughing because not laughing would embarrass him. I learned to pick my battles, and then I learned to stop picking at all. Until the night I found the first message. It was on his laptop, a photo minimized in the corner of a presentation slide. Her name was Clara, marketing assistant, 24. He'd written, "You make me forget I'm married." I didn't scream, I didn't cry. I just stared until my reflection blurred in the screen. Then I closed it, gently. That's when I decided, if I was going to be erased, I'd choose how. I started small, a second bank account under my maiden name. Quiet transfers, amounts too minor to raise suspicion. I copied documents, contracts, passwords. I learned his habits, the lies he told clients, the creative accounting he'd joked about but never documented. I didn't have to look far. Arrogance leaves fingerprints. I became invisible, polite, compliant, predictable. He thought he'd won. He didn't notice the silence between us thickening, didn't see the way I stopped reacting. He thought my stillness was defeat. It was preparation. When his best friend Daniel messaged me that night, I already knew his patterns too. Daniel had always lingered too long when he hugged me goodbye, watched me too closely at dinners. So I replied, "Sure, let's talk." We met the next evening at a quiet bar. He looked guilty before I even said a word. I let him. People confess faster when they think you're hurt. He's been sleeping with Clara for months, he said, brags about it when he drinks. I didn't flinch. He said he's keeping you around until the house sells. That was the moment I decided how it would end. It took me 6 weeks. Step 1, collect proof. Screenshots, emails, voice memos. I recorded one of his late-night phone calls, his laughter thick with whiskey as he said, "She's just a placeholder." Step 2, the company audit. I sent an anonymous tip to his firm's compliance officer, attaching files he'd been too careless to hide. Falsified invoices, expense claims for weekends with Clara. Step 3, the exit. I filed for divorce quietly, citing irreconcilable differences. No drama, no warning, just paperwork delivered to his office at noon on a Tuesday. By evening, the company had suspended him pending investigation. He called, voice shaking with outrage. "How could you do this to me?" "You did it to yourself," I said, and hung up. Daniel reached out again that night. "He's losing everything," he said. "He blames you." I told him I didn't care, but I did. Not out of love, out of satisfaction. He asked if I was okay. I said yes. He said he admired me, how calm I was. Then he asked if I'd like to have dinner sometime. I let the message sit for an hour before replying. Sure, but not tonight. He didn't know I'd sent the same recordings to his wife, a quiet woman who'd smiled through too many parties just like I once did. The next morning, my husband called again. His voice was different this time, flat, defeated. "You destroyed me," he said. "No," I told him, "I freed myself." He didn't respond, just the sound of his breathing, shallow and small. I ended the call and stepped onto the balcony. The city was waking, slow, golden, unbothered. For the first time in years, I felt light. Not vindicated, not angry, just free. He used to say I wasn't at his level. He was right. Now, I'm far above it.